Hey, yo, what is going on, you hat hair having hair crosses? Today we're gonna be playing some games with Egg Splat Executor deck, one of the few interesting decks to come out of the tournament in Toronto over the weekend. Going over some of the other ones as well later this week. But yeah, the Egg Splat deck is actually pretty interesting, pretty cool, super fun. Definitely something fun to play if you're looking to mix it up. So the main point of the deck is to use the Egg Splat attack from the Alolan Executor, the new one from Team Up. 60 damage for each execute you discard from your hand. And these are the executes you're discarding, and you get them back with propagation. You might be asking yourself, why do we play the Transform Ditto? Well, that's because we want to be able to use 3 executes to do enough damage to actually take knockouts on big attackers. So we can go ahead and, like, let's say we use one of our executes first, discard 3 plus a choice band, knock out a Zoroark. And we have a Transform Ditto on the bench. If we don't have the Transform Ditto and they knock out our Executor, we don't have a way to attack again next turn, unless we had like the Ditto in play. But let's say we don't have the Ditto in play. Now we can go Propagate, evolve to this Ditto, or transform into use the Ditto Transform to get the egg on the Ditto, and then evolve that Execute that is now on the Transformed Ditto into an Executor, and then attack again on our next turn. So that's why we got the Transformed Dittos in here. We don't always have to use them. We don't always have to reach critical mass with the Executes. But sometimes we do. So this list was originally inspired from Frank Persick's Day 2 list. I've changed a couple things up since I put in a Tate and Liza. I don't know if he realized it, but if anyone ever Guzman up his Mr. Mime, he would quite literally not be able to do anything the rest of the game if his opponent chose to not knock it out. Because there's no Guzma. You can't attach Double Dragon to it. I realized that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to drop one of these 2N, because I don't really think you need the 2N. For a Tate and Liza, I don't want my opponent to go, Guzma, you're Mr. Mime, pass. Also added in a Let Loose Marshmallow, which I think is not only an insanely good card and expanded in Standard, maybe one of the best cards of all time, but we play 3 Level Ball, and Level Ball can find Let Loose Marshmallow, so it seems too good to not play in here. So yeah, this is my slight variation on Frank Persick's list, also adding an Energy Lotto. So pretty cool so far. I've really enjoyed the deck. The deck's a lot of fun. You know, I don't think it's like anything like a crazy competitive Tier 1 deck, but it doesn't have to be. It's a fun deck. Definitely enjoy it. I definitely recommend trying it out if you're getting a little bit bored with the current expanded format. So let's go ahead and let's play some games with it. We're going second here in this first game. I'm going to open the Execute, bench a Transform Ditto. No idea what we're playing against. It turns out we're playing against Volcanion, so it should be a pretty straightforward, smooth matchup as long as we set up. And we got a pretty good starting hand for setting up pretty well. Continuing with the Battle Compressor, Dazzling Machine, Battle Compressor, and then Sycamore. And we're just cruising from there. We'll be set up, ready to start rolling on the next turn. Yeah, I have to imagine the Volcanion matchup is pretty favored for us. It would take a lot to kind of throw it off. Potentially, Fighting Fury Belts could be annoying if they run that. But outside of Fighting Fury Belts and us drawing pretty poorly, I think this one's pretty much all wrapped up. We just need to get into our turns and hope we don't dead draw. So our opponent starts off here with the Heat Factory. I believe that's all they've done. Yeah, just the Heat Factory for 3. Throwing down some float stones. I assume they're going to try and make their way into a baby Volcanion here as soon as possible. Utilize that to get the first knockout on this egg. And just have it be a non-GX EX in the active. There is the Fighting Fury Belt. Okay, so that was one of my fears, potential fears, was the Fighting Fury Belt. But past that, I'm not too scared about it. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it past the Fighting Fury Belts. Nothing else that I can think of anyways that would make me scared of this matter. Maybe a lot of baby Volcanions, like an insane amount of baby Volcanions could be pretty annoying. Which I do expect them to grab here off of this. Yeah, Ultra Ball. There's a baby Volk. Yeah, so we're gonna have to deal with the baby Volks. And unfortunately, we do need 3 eggs every time to knock those out. So we're gonna have to be going through our Transform Dittos pretty early on here. There's the retreat into the Volcanion. And there's the pass. All right, our turn. Ooh, not a great top deck. I was gonna say, ooh, pretty good top deck, but actually no, it's actually pretty terrible top deck. We also prized an egg. All right, already it's looking like might be a little bit of a rough start here. Oh man. Go ahead and get rid of this and this. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Silent Lab in play. Maybe I don't want to do that though, because then I'll lose access to my eggs with Ultra Ball. Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna do that. I was like, I'm gonna do it, but wait, hold up. No, I'm not. Not gonna use Noivern in this game, so he can go. 3 VS Seekers left. We're gonna have a Sycamore in the discard pile already. Then we'll have Tate and Liza plus an N for a shuffle draw. We could get access to Lysander. I'm fine with that. And then maybe go ahead and bump out one of these Battle Compressors. Everything else is pretty cool, I think. And let's go with it like that. And then Via Seeker for Sycamore. I really want to get rid of the Heat Factory, but I really want access to eggs plus Ultra Balls. So I'm going to go with this. We definitely need to find more Dittos here. A little bit of all of them would be great. Ooh, that is a lot of special energy in the hand. Can we get a... Nope, we can't. Gonna take the Field Blower, I guess. All right. Already looking like we're going to be losing a lot of special energy here. Yeah, we'll do fine. We'll be all right. Gonna be hard. We actually just can't KO this Volcanion next turn. Just can't do it. Needed to find Ditto. Could not find Ditto. No Ultra Ball. No Level Ball. Despite the Sycamore for 7. Plus the extra dig of the Trainer's Mail after that. So it looks like a rough start. I don't think there's anything else for us to do. I don't want to Field Blow away the Float Stone. Because then all that means is they can put a Fighting Fury Belt on that. So don't want to do that. We can knock out the Volcanion EXs if Shrine sticks in play for a couple turns as they bump the Shrine, because we could do 2 executes with the Egg Splat plus a Choice Band, as long as they have 3 ticks from Shrine. But there goes the Shrine. Not gonna happen this time. That's fine. The big thing actually to get through is actually this Volcanion. That's gonna be actually hard for us to make our way through. Also losing a Stretcher here potentially to the Sycamore next turn is going to hurt a little bit. I guess one play I could have made would be to bench an egg and just go attack with that egg instead and then save the Stretcher to protect this next turn. But I could also go egg. Yeah, we can still do that. So I can actually like conserve the Stretcher here, which ideally, and I can get to conserve a double dragon by the same means. There's the egg. We need that guy. All right, and our teammates were surprised. All right, so yeah, we can go egg, and just hit this for 60. Conserve the Stretcher, conserve the DDE, because we can't one-shot this anyways. So this ends up being a fine play. These are the nice little cute plays that you can make with this deck, actually. That's why I actually really like it. This means we don't get to find the, what's it called, I guess, though? The Ditto this turn. But I think, actually, just because we get to save the Stretcher, it's worth it. And then, yeah, just Egg Splat for 60. And that's a start. Be able to knock it out. Oh, we can't even for sure knock it out next turn because I don't have 2 eggs. But I guess if they don't knock us out, I don't really care. I kind of just expect it to be knocked out, but the more I've thought about it, I guess they could choose to not knock us out, but I guess I would be fine with that as well. Yeah, if they don't knock us out, I guess I don't really care that much if they don't knock us out. So that's fine with me if they don't knock us out. That's a-okay with me. We can just go Egg Splat for 60 again. Once again, kind of just waiting for them to knock this out so I can utilize the Stretcher is the big thing I'm trying to utilize here. Maybe I'm being a little bit over cautious with the Stretcher, actually. Maybe I could have been a little bit more aggressive last turn. Yeah, now that I'm rethinking it, I think I maybe could have been. We lose the energy as well, though, which is a little sketchy. Oh, everything gets a little sketchy. There's a Steam Up. Once again, we're only going to be Egg Splatting for 60 damage. That's fine, though, like I said. I think we'll be able to get through this one. There's that Fighting Fury Belt. I guess it also means we get to keep the Field Blower, which means we could save it for the Fighting Fury Belt like we did. They're going for the N here. It's a little suspicious. Why are you N-ing us? We did nothing on our last turn, but oh well. The N it is. Shrine is nice. The Ditto is nice, so I'm not overly concerned with that. That's okay. Yeah, Shrine is super nice here. Lotto does absolutely nothing. We can Ultra Ball though. Ultra Ball, get rid of that, so that's fine. So yeah, the Shrine super nice here. Ditto is pretty good as well. Ultra Ball away, Sycamore and Marshadow. Get another Executor. Look for the Lotto after that, and then be a Seeker Sycamore. All right, that sounds good to me. No reason to let loose our opponent. Don't feel too pressured to do that. All right, so execute. Lotto. Of course. Ditto, and then Via Seeker Sycamore. Not prize any of them. Okay. Yeah, Via Seeker Sycamore, and then we'll just go ahead and hit this thing for 60. That'll be fine. Another energy would be nice to be able to set that up preemptively. Okay, Ditto plus Ditto, super nice. Get this egg guy back, and then I believe we have one in here. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait until this thing is knocked out before I commit that yet. And then yeah, just Egg Splat for 60. Just chilling. Got the Shrine, which is a big deal. The Shrine damage ticking up means we can actually, like I said, use only 2 eggs to take a knockout on a Volcanion if the Shrine sticks in play for one more rotation. That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping the Shrine stays in play. Hopefully they don't bump the Shrine this turn. They go up to 3. This one will only go up to 2, but these are the ones that are set up. They both go up to 3. Find a Field Blower for that. Should not be hard. We have 2 left. 2 Trainer's Mail. Yeah. Not too worried about that. That's the blower on the shrine. All right, well, my plans have been destroyed. Only played 2 shrine, and they're both gone, so we're not going to be able to get off that play that I wanted. But if they only go for like a power heater here, we'll be in really good shape anyways. And be able to get that last egg out of the discard pile, or out of the prizes. Start putting him to use soon. So we'll see what our opponent still has going on here. They might not have anything too ridiculous. It might just be a power heater knockout. Guzma power heater knockout. Oh no, it's going to bring up our fresh egg. So I think we're going to get volcanic heated, but that's not a knockout, so I am still fine with that personally. Our egg is trapped in the active though. It's gonna stay there unless we find Tate and Liza. So let's start with Trainer's Mail. Found a Field Blower, found Ultra Ball, found Level Ball. Gonna go with the Field Blower, can get rid of that Fighting Fury Belt plus this Float Stone. Go again, see what we got. Another Ultra Ball. Don't hate it. Might not even utilize it though. Yeah, I think we're actually just not utilizing that. Alright, this egg's coming down. Field Blower. Oh wait, these two definitely don't want that Fighting Fury Belt there anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on this benched guy, and then Special Charge, 1 energy back in, and then it's gonna be the Sycamore. Hopefully find an energy to at least hit this for 60. There we go, there's an energy. I'm gonna play this Level Ball, see if there's anything to grab. I didn't think there was gonna be. Okay, sounds good. We can Compressor here as well, get rid of the Level Balls. We shouldn't need those anymore, and what else is just useless? Everything else is kind of cool. I kind of like everything else that's in here, so I think we're gonna keep it all. Let's get rid of the double Level Ball. Gonna be get the egg back, propagate, hit this thing for 60, and once again we're just kind of waiting for an egg to get knocked out so we can get access to some more damage here. Definitely gonna be looking to knock this out on the next turn though. I think I have 2 VS Seeker already. Okay, yeah, definitely gonna be looking to knock out a EX on the next turn so we can get access to we don't have to knock out it. We just want to knock out next turn. We just need access to this last egg in here, and I think we'll be good to go. Just need to get access to this last egg, and then we'll be chilling. Once we get that, I think we're just going to start to run away with this game, but we just need to get a knockout initially, which we've struggled to do these last couple turns. Been close a couple times, but not quite. I maybe should have just dug for the Ditto on that one turn a little while ago now. Might have been the most beneficial play to make. I'm not 100% sure on that. But definitely looking back on it, I feel like it would have been a decent play. So let's see, they have 2 VS Seeker, 1 Guzma in the discard pile. They got the free Russian retreat with that float stone now. It's fine, nothing we can do about it. There's a VS Seeker, so they're running out of ways to get Guzma. I don't know how many Guzma they play. I would assume just 1 Guzma, and that is their 3rd VS Seeker. So they're running out of ways to actually find Guzma, which is good to take note of. Means they can't really get around our big HP eggs as frequently. I think they went ahead and grabbed a Sycamore there. Ultra Ball's coming down as well. There's a baby Volk, and then we're probably going to see them just Sycamore for 7 here. I can't imagine they got much else going on in that hand. Yeah, there is the Sycamore for 7. Yeah, another baby Volk we're going to have to deal with. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that. We're going to look to just... Well, I guess we could knock out 2 baby Volks and 2 EXs. I guess that would be fine. Yeah, I guess 2 baby Volks and 2 EXs. They're not letting us knock out this baby Volk, though. So we're gonna have to go with Lysander to knock out this one. Definitely need to get access to that egg. We need to get access to that egg. Nothing else matters at this point except that egg. That egg is the only thing that matters at this point. So we're gonna go Lysander, knock out this this guy right here, and then look to set up. Yeah, we're looking to win in 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. Yeah, we're looking to win in 4 turns here. So this guy's gonna make his way active. Unfortunately, we're gonna lose this choice band, but it should not be that big of a deal. Yeah. Oh, there's another, as I top deck, another energy. VS Seeker for Lysander. Gonna take the double eggs back. Take 2 prizes here off this guy. Yeah, we can't quite get the other guy. Yeah. Just 1 more shrine tick would have been like a pretty big deal actually, but unfortunately did not quite get there. So bring this guy up. And then egg splat, and now we're in business finally. Get rid of these 2. We're gonna go ahead and grab teammates plus, yeah, teammates plus the egg, I think. Yeah, teammates plus egg, and this should set us up to pretty much win the game from here. I think. I don't think there's gonna be much our opponent can do. We win At the very least, 1 turn sooner than our opponent. I think they're just going to have to use EXs from here on out anyways, so that means we can just literally win in 3 turns. They'll knock us out with an EX, and then we use teammates to set up another egg, plus a Via Seeker for a Lysander to bring up one of these. I guess I would maybe want to try and find access to the Field Blower just in case of, well, they probably don't play that. I guess for fighting Fury Belts, yeah. Fighting Fury Belt would be the only thing that'd be annoying. We have 1 Field Blower left. I think we still have Dowsing Machine left as well. No, Dowsing Machine went out early, that's right. Stretch it for Let Loose if we want to, stretch it for another egg if we need that. So yeah, I think we're going to be okay in this one. I think we're going to be able to close this one out pretty easily. We'll see. Maybe our opponent has some tricks up their sleeves. It's been a while since I played against an expanded Volcanion EX deck, so I have no idea like what kind of random shenanigans they definitely could have going on. It looks like there's going to be, well, maybe they can get enough to knock us out. What do they need? 3 steam ups? 2 steam ups? 4 steam ups? If they take this knockout, it gets a little bit closer for sure. There's a blacksmith. Oh, so it's going to be a steam artillery knockout. Okay, so this makes it a little bit closer. Yeah, we don't have enough resources to just keep going Guzma knockout, Guzma knockout, Guzma knockout. So yeah, all right. This is definitely going to make it a little bit closer here, but I think we're still going to be able to close it out before our opponent can quite close it out. We'll see. We'll see what the teammates can get us. I'm definitely going to use Special Charge. That's always happening. And then teammates, I want access to an energy, and then maybe just the shuffle draw of Tate and Liza. I think that's reasonable to grab. Yeah. Get the eggs back. I'm going to use the Ultra Ball just because I no longer want it in my deck. I don't quite know what's going on. I want another one back. Oh, do I have all 4 in the discard pile now? I do, right? Okay. Yeah, let's Ultra Ball away too. Just want to see my deck again. Okay. I guess I could have Stretcher for 2 of these and this, and then... Oh, I could have done that, actually. Oops, maybe I made a mistake there, then. Then I could have Ultra Balled for 1. Alright, that was probably the better play to go with. Could have Stretchered in the Let Loose plus 2 Executors. So that was definitely the play to go with there, I think. Slight mistake. So we need to discard 3 to get the knockout here. So we could go ahead and evolve this 4th one on the bench right now if we wanted to, but I don't see a reason that we would need to. Could Stretcher for it as well. I think we're just going to Egg Splat here. And then look to set up one more egg. I guess maybe could have set on that. I don't know. I'm lost. There we go. Gonna get the Executor. Could have grabbed the Ultra Ball as well. I guess that would have been fine. And gone for the Stretcher for 3 instead on the next turn. That would have been okay still. I guess there's like almost too many ways to win the game from here on out on this point. I'm like going through all of them. This is fine though. This sets us up nicely to be able to close out the game. I don't think there's going to be really anything that could stop us besides an end to low and then we just whiff, which is still possible. That is still possible that they just end us low and then we whiff. It's always possible in Pokemon. One other card I've definitely been considering adding here is actually an Oranguru for late game ends, and also in the mid game I feel like my hand does just get really low and I'm able to get off like potentially Instructs for 1 and 2. The problem with it is like, once again, it's another Pokemon that you just kind of can't retreat besides Tate and Liza, because we don't play Guzma, we don't play any energy to retreat it, so it actually just kind of gets stuck a lot of the time potentially in the active. There's a Course from our opponent, so they're still looking for something, and they sent up this Volcanion, which is interesting. If I was them, I think I definitely would have sent up the oh, I guess they have the Russian retreat though, so it's fine. There's a Via Seeker, a Trainer's Mail for the last Via Seeker. Yeah, I think at this point I'm just gonna kind of assume they only play 1 Guzma. They're using the Via Seeker. Here's where it gets a little scary. Who knows, maybe they have the KO with the Steam Artillery here. Guess we'll find out here in just a second. It's gonna be for a Blacksmith, so they probably have the KO with Steam Artillery. Blacksmith for 2, double Steam Up, Steam Artillery, knockout. But after that, all they have is GXs. So once again, still confident we're gonna be able to take this one. Just need to go through the motions here. Let our opponent go through the motions here, but I'm pretty sure we just have this one basically locked up. Just kind of a matter of time. We're gonna go with the Stretcher for 3, I think, next turn. Or we could just Stretcher for 1 with the Executor. But then we should just leave both stretchers in deck, actually. We could just leave both stretchers in deck, actually. That would actually also be fine, because then it always gives us the option of let loose or executor. And that's all we need to close out the game. So we'll like take one egg back, transform, evolve, attach, see what our top deck is. It's probably irrelevant. Tate and Liza, draw 5, and then look to close out the game from there. So I'm pretty sure we have this one pretty much locked up. Yeah, especially leave the rescue stretchers as rescue stretchers. That way they can become executor or Marsh Shadow, depending on what I need. Very possible I would want to go stretcher for Marsh Shadow instead. So that way I could let loose and draw some cards to be able to close out the game. But I guess we only need one egg to KO this thing. So we could actually go set up both executors here, which we might as well do. Because then if they don't get a knockout, we probably win the game anyways, eventually. If they do get a knockout, then we just close out the game. But then all we need is a double dragon energy to close out the game from there. So okay, that makes most sense, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we should go transform. We just transform both. That way N is like that much less effective. And they don't really have a way out of it that I can see. And then we just get access to the other one anyway. So then we evolve this guy. Stretcher for 1. There's no reason to use the other stretcher if we would always pretty much want it to become a let loose anyway. So we may as well just leave it as a stretcher. More options. Evolve that one. Attach active. And then Tate and Liza. Hand into deck. Draw 5 cards. And then just got to get 1 egg. Definitely going to throw this down as well on the bench guy. Propagate here, and just once, that's all we need. And then egg splat, discard it, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Trainer's Mail. I think that's the most versatile card to grab out of our prizes here. Yeah, Trainer's Mail, I think definitely the best card to grab here. Gives us the most options on, like, if we get N to 2 here, Trainer's Mail is definitely one of the cards we'd want to see, probably to give ourselves the most options, besides just actually finding a double dragon energy. This can find us the stretcher for let loose to dig deeper, the sycamore, the Via Seeker dig deeper as well. So definitely the best card to have over the Choice Band or Ultra Ball, which would both find us. We have no Pokemon left in our deck, so Ultra Ball find us actually absolutely nothing, and Choice Band don't need to take a knockout anymore, as long as our opponent takes a knockout. If they don't take a knockout, well, they still have 2 prize cards left. If they don't go for a knockout here, if they don't end up with a knockout here, we can just egg splat and punch them. If they're not going to take a knockout, then we're not pressured to take a knockout on our turn because they still have 2 prizes left and we have no GXs in play. So that's why I went ahead and evolved this one immediately. Sure, it means we might not win next turn, but it doesn't allow our opponent to get any closer to winning anyways if they don't take a knockout this turn. But yeah, they do get the knockout, so that means we will get the knockout as well and be able to end this game at the end here. Yeah, it got a little scary in the beginning, but I think the prize trade is just a little bit too favorable for the Egg Boys, and we are able to take this one pretty handedly here at the end. Nothing really to worry about. How do I... It's glitching, man. There we go. And egg splat here. Boom, boom, boom. Last knockout for the last 2 prizes, and that's going to do it for the game 1. Beating up on this Volcanion deck. Got a little scary in the beginning, but prize trade was just, like I said, a little bit too favorable come the end of the game. Getting into another game here. Looks like we picked up Rahul in this one. Got that Mr. Mime start fight. It's the first time I've opened with anything that is not a Ditto or an Egg, so we'll see how it goes. I'm a little curious to see how it goes, how it plays out. Playing against a Shaman. Prism Star. There's a Rayquaza, so it is the Turbo Ray. Expanded Turbo Ray. Ooh! That is a rough hit on that first Ray. 2 Max Elixir and the Dowsing Machine. Wow. Alright, he's got another Max Elixir though, so it's not the worst thing ever. And double, and no energy off 2 Rayquazas too. So, terrible start here for our Rayquaza opponent. Absolutely atrocious. It doesn't get worse than that. It can get worse. It could be worse than that. I guess they could technically dead draw or have discarded, 4 Max Elixirs. But statistically speaking, it doesn't get worse than that. It's in the realm of the average worst that it does get. He has hit it, I feel like. But coming back with some hose here. There's no grass in the discard pile, so interesting. Grab double lightning there. Curious. Maybe has a grass or 2 in hand. And nope, just another lightning. Yeah, really interested why he didn't get a grass energy off that compressor. Went for the double lightning instead. So this matchup is definitely favorable. Definitely favorable. We just need to set up, and if we can set up, we'll be good to go. We're getting let loose here, so here we go. Everyone's favorite turn 1 let loose happening right now. And we'll see if how we recover from it. 2, 3, 4. Not great so far, but we do have a trainer's mail and Ultra Ball for our own let loose. Should we need to use it? Here we go. See if our top deck's any good. Ditto. That'll keep us alive. Gonna hit the trainer's mail here. There's a Sycamore. I think that's what I want to go with here. Battle Compressor would also be pretty good, actually. I think I actually want to go with the Battle Compressor here. It's a little greedy. We're hoping our let loose is there. All right, egg. We priced 2 eggs. Okay, so for what looked like initially going to be a pretty easy matchup potentially, now going to get way harder with the pricing of those 2 eggs. Wow. All right, yeah, here we go. Gonna have an interesting one here. Definitely a favorable matchup, I think, generally most of the time. But definitely going to be a little bit awkward here with prizing a double egg. First time this has happened to me, so it's going to be interesting. We're going to get ourselves a Let Loose Smart Shadow, and then a Ditto. Could even go into the what's it called early on if we wanted to here, which I think we might try and do. Go into the Noivern, maybe slow down our opponent for a little bit. Give ourselves some time. Find that town map so we can find those eggs. It's super important to find those eggs. That's how we deal damage. Here we go. Let loose. 4. There's the Via Seeker for the Sycamore, but we could lose a dragon and one of those. I think we might just pass here. See what happens on our opponent's turn and then go from there. We're set up for maximum damage right now, so like we don't really need to dig too much deeper. I think we're cool with a pass. It's kind of even like a broadcast to our opponent that we're dead drawing, which we're not, which is also like can be pretty cool sometimes to actually be like, okay, I'm dead drawing when you're actually not. It's sometimes nice to kind of send that signal to your opponent and be like, yeah, I'm dead drawing. But we're not dead drawing. We're just chilling on the hand. There we go. Sending up the Ditto. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bring some eggs back. We're gonna be able to knock out the Shaman at no problemo. So I think we're gonna dowsing for the Battle Compressor here. Kind of thin out the deck a little bit more. Let's see. Could grab the Ultra Ball, could go for the Noivern play here, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take the knockout and also thin out the deck in the process. Gonna go ahead and get rid of the Noivern. Get rid of 2 Via Seekers left. Noivern, one of the other Battle Compressors. And I'm gonna go ahead and say N. Yeah, we're drawing the prize first. Yeah, let's go to the N. That's fine with me. Evolve our active. We're gonna put the Choice Man on the bench, Ditto. Because I don't know if we'll be able to get use out of it on the active. And then it's the Via Seeker Sycamore. And if we draw really bad, we can always Paradise draw. But I think Sycamore is going to get the job done. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool hand. Boom, completely thin out the deck. Deck has been completely thinned out of everything. Whole Ditto squad coming down. No reason to keep any of them in our hand. Just get them into play. And now we're going to go ahead and take this knockout. Excuse me. And then hope to pull an egg out of the prize cards. Otherwise, we're going to be 2-shot in this next Rayquaza or 2. So we're hoping for an egg pull here. Ah, not quite. All right. So yeah, not great. But we can deal with it. They sent up the Marshadow, so it looks like our Let Loose stuck. I mean, they didn't do anything last turn as well. They had Attach, use 4th Max Elixir. Here comes another Stormy Winds. What was that? The Celebi Venusaur. Alright, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah, and there's a concede. Let Loose doing its job here in the end and giving us a win in that one. Into a final game here against the Blue Hedgehogs. Alright, careful those Blue Hedgehogs, man. Alright, opening hand, not great, and we're playing against Vespa Queen. So, ooh, That's between Night March. All right. So it's like good and bad. We don't need a lot to deal with the low HP of the attackers, but we have to make sure we have enough attackers throughout the game as we go. So probably, and this game really does just kind of come down to the end at the end of the game. Level ball here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Ditto, because ideally I think we'd want to go into a Noivern actually. So leaving that open as an option. No, you know what? The way the current hand is setting up, I think we should just grab another egg. Yeah. We have the last egg in the deck, so we're just gonna go egg, egg, pass, and we'll go evolve, evolve, attach, Sycamore. Look for the Ditto on the next hand, and then eventually look to try and set up the play of the N+ Distort, knock out a Joltik. That is definitely gonna be the game plan here. Yeah, gotta get the Noivern in there at some point to do the damage and try and take this game back. We're definitely gonna give up the first prize here. Damn, they priced 4 Night Marchers. That's a lot. And a Battle Compressor. But I think they're probably going to be able to get the knockout. Yeah, only 30 HP on the eggs. They might whiff this next knockout here, though. But I guess it's also possible we whiff a knockout if we aren't able to find another egg. Alright, they put a EX in play. So now it's looking like we can just win this game pretty straightforward, and as long as we can take a knockout every single turn from here and then eventually knock out the Shaman, we will just win the game. So we can look to make that our game plan as well. But at some point, fitting in an attack with the Noivern wouldn't be bad either. We'll kind of just see how the game develops. Yeah, if we could eventually, one time on a turn, knock out a Joltik plus end them, knock it out with Distort, could definitely slow them down enough to the point where they just can't recover. And we'll see. They are going to be going with the Night March here, so it's going to be an easy knockout for us now. Definitely, I think they definitely should have gone the other way around there and attacked us with the Vespa Queen, forced us to find that last egg. Oh, Dowsing Machine top deck. That's not great. How can we utilize that? How can we fully utilize the Dowsing Machine top deck? Only have a level ball in here. So we can bring back the egg. Dowsing away. Getting rid of the stretcher is just something I really didn't want to do. It's pretty essential, I feel like. We're gonna have to definitely find our other stretcher here as soon as possible. Level ball. Don't need the Ditto just yet. I don't really want to put it in play to give them the option to KO it if they see that as an opportunity, if they feel like they're being threatened by it. So I don't want to put it out there just yet. I think we just grab another egg here. And may as well get access to both eggs. Attach the active and then Sycamore. Yeah, we only need 1 egg to be able to splat this guy out of existence. There's the stretcher, so we can chill here for a while and kind of run through the eggs until we can eventually set up the Lysander KO play on the Shaman. But we have to be careful because he can also Sky Return, knock out eggs. So I kind of want to bench. Maybe I don't want to bench any. Bench the Ditto. Yeah, and then go with the Egg Splat. Yeah, this will be fine. Yeah, gotta be. We don't want to bench the eggs because we don't want to give them an opportunity to kind of Sky Return, knock out one of the eggs. Maybe next turn I'll go ahead and I think we have to bench one at some point. I think we're gonna have to bench one. Yeah, I think at some point we will have to bench one to just make sure we keep enough executors in play. But that's fine. We can do that. That's reasonable. We did draw the stretcher, so we definitely have to hold on to this until a couple executors have been knocked out. Can't just give that up. Ideally, we actually just find Lysander this turn and then are able to take the Guzma knockout on that bench Shaman. And then all we have to do is keep up in the prize race from there, and then we win the game. Just draw a prize every single turn after that, and then we can't lose. If they whiff the knockout here, we're also in a position where we just kind of win. I feel like they're doing 140 with the Night March, and only 200. All right, with the Be Revenge, or not quite 200, doing 120, 130 with this unknown. If they bench another Shaman, we can definitely commit some eggs to the bench, because then they'll have to take 2 turns to Sky Return. They only have 1 DCE left too, so they have to find their last DCE as well. Yeah, so there's the second Shaman commitment to the bench. Feeling good about that as well. I like to see that. There's the B Revenge and the whiff on the knockout. Oh man, all right, we're set up super well now to be able to take this one. We're in a great position. Let's go some Battle Compressoring. We don't need this guy. I don't think we need the Noivern. I don't think we're gonna try and pull off a Noivern play anymore. That one can kind of leave play. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of the Lysander and look for that play. We could do that play this turn actually. Get rid of a Shaman, put ourselves that little bit extra ahead. I kind of like the idea of that just because it just gives us that little bit extra breathing room, making sure we get that out of the way now. Get that knockout on the Shaman while we can. For sure get it. Yeah, gives us a little bit of, like I said, a little bit extra breathing room to work with. As far as like us, letting us like kind of whiff a knockout here in the future. And we can be like, okay, we can take this turn off. We didn't have to draw a prize this turn because our opponent also whiffs. Yeah, this is like fine. Maybe I should have actually played the Field Blower to get rid of the Choice Band because I don't think either of those cards will be relevant anymore. I probably should have done that, but I guess maybe if they play Silent Lab themselves or something and they go end Silent Lab, I'd rather probably have the Field Blower in the deck if I need to get the eggs out of the discard pile. So yeah, I guess overall this is fine. The way this worked out is fine. They can Sky Return this Executor if they want. They end up sending the Joltik immediately, which I think is definitely a misplay. I definitely would have looked for that extra knockout there, or that extra, or just getting the Shaman off the board. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. All right, we're definitely going to go for the Shaman knockout here if we can, just kind of accelerate the pace of the game. No reason to let this thing drag on any longer than it has to. Once again, we kind of open it up again more on our end if we do get this knockout. I kind of want to leave these. I'm kind of afraid of Silent Lab, so I kind of want to leave those. There should be 3 cards in here. We can get rid of those. Town Map is not very good anymore. Level Balls and Ultra Balls also aren't very good. Ultra Balls helps thin on our deck, so that's better there. Choice Band, I think is pretty much dead. Get rid of that. Check the Trainer's Mail. There's that Vega Seeker for the Lysander. All right, in business. Boom, Propagate. I'm going to completely thin out the hand quite a bit here. Get all 3 of these guys back. We're in a special charge, even though it's just for 1, because if they end us, I'd much rather see the energy than a special charge. I'm going to Rescue Stretcher for 1 for the egg onto the Ditto. Just set up as well as we possibly can. Might even let loose our opponent as well. I actually don't see a reason. Well, then we lose. There's like a lot of things we lose potentially. That, yeah. They'll have access to an end either now or after. I don't think they're gonna lose access to the end. So, I will Field Blower this though, and then Via Seeker for Lysander. Yeah, I'd much rather have access to the Marshadow through Level Ball and Ultra Ball than not. So I think I'm just gonna hold that. And then yeah, Egg Splat. Boom, boom. Goodbye, fellas. Knockout on the Shaman. We're 1 prize away. Our opponent is 4 prizes away. Looking super good for us. There's our Silent Lab. There's the energy. That's all we really need is that energy to be able to close this one out from here. As long as we're able to remove... The only thing that can come up is Silent Lab at this point. But we still have, what? A Field Blower, as well as 2 Shrines of Punishment. It is a 28 card deck. We have not been playing very many draw supporters. Kind of been drawing like everything we need. Not just to stay in the game, but to give ourselves an advantage in the game. Drawing pretty well this game compared to our opponent here. Yeah, definitely compared to our opponent. There's a Sycamore. That's not N. They could still let loose us. They could still red card us. They're definitely going to probably need Silent Lab on top of either of those cards, though. But nope, there's just the Night March, so it's going to be a quick clean up here on this guy in just a second. We're going to be taking this one pretty handedly. Came up with a game plan. They were able to draw the first prize. Or did they whiff the first prize draw? I think they whiffed. They hit into it. No, they drew the first prize, but not quite enough. They ended up with the, what's it called? Shamans in play to be able to get even close to keeping up. And then we just drew very well from there. I'm not gonna lie. We only played like what, 1 draw supporter the whole game, just 1 Sycamore, and then, or maybe 2. Did we be a Seeker for a Sycamore maybe? And then from there, Lysander took over and the game was closed out pretty quickly. I got a little nervous in the beginning. We had to use our Rescue Stretchers pretty aggressively, so I was like, oh, are we just gonna run out of eggs? But not quite, and we're able to take that one pretty handily. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This is one of the more interesting decks to come out of the Toronto Regional Championships. I'm gonna have another couple videos coming out for you guys with decks from Toronto Regionals, so be on the lookout for those. But yeah, that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the description down below. What was your favorite deck that came out of Toronto Regionals? Anything you guys want me to cover that you think I might potentially miss? Go ahead, leave it in the comment section down below. Be sure to check out the links to my social medias as well as Twitch live stream in the description below. Thanks for watching, and have a good day, and peace.